a fire at a biological research lab led to chemicals leaking into the ocean, which resulted in the creation of dangerous mutants. These monsters are completely blind but possess perfect hearing, which led to a small island town off the coast of China being almost completely destroyed. Only a handful of survivors remain, and their only chance of salvation is to contact the mainland while learning to do everything as quietly as possible. In the early days of the Chinese online film industry, local creators weren't above borrowing ideas. Taking advantage of the fact that these movies were unlikely to be seen outside the country, their makers unabashedly lifted plots and storylines from famous Western films. Times have changed. Other countries have started acquiring Chinese online films for international distribution, which makes the appearance of a project like Strange Beast of Silent Island all the more bizarre. A shameless remake of Hollywood's A Quiet Place, with differences from the famed original that can be counted on one hand. The film opens with a scene that replicates the memorable prologue of A Quiet Place almost shot for shot. Several people are scavenging a near-empty store. One person in the group picks up a toy from a shelf. They move in a single file barefoot along a road's centerline, when suddenly the toy turns on and attracts a monster that kills mercilessly and instantly. In the American film, it was a child walking with the toy. In the Chinese version, it's an elderly ant. But the meaning of the scene doesn't change. And that's just the beginning. They remembered everything. The protagonist's wife being pregnant and giving birth at the most tense moment. His daughter's hearing aid, the underground radio station, the full-voiced conversations behind the waterfall, and even the nail sticking out of the stair. The only difference is that now it all lasts not an hour and a half, but just an hour. This shortening resulted in a ton of plot and logic holes. The sets look blatantly cheap and cardboard-like. The climax is overly simplified and stripped of any spectacle, and the monsters are drawn and animated so poorly that it seems Strange Beast of Silent Island was released not in 2024, but some 20 years ago. There can be no doubt that this is an unofficial remake, both because there isn't a single mention of A Quiet Place in the credits of Strange Beast, and because the rights for an official remake would have cost the Chinese filmmakers more than their entire low-grade opus. Why this movie exists is a complete mystery, because it would be hard to find fans of sci-fi thrillers who haven't seen the original, and the Chinese knockoff, which is exactly what this is, has absolutely nothing to surprise its potential viewers with. The film features only 6 actors, and while none of them completely fail in their roles, once again, they are undermined by the existence of the Western original, where the actors had more presence and their performances were more interesting, vibrant, and emotional. No matter how you look at it, Strange Beast of Silent Island is a movie that was doomed from the start, like an attempt by a local backyard soccer team to compete in the World Cup. They stated their ambitions, perhaps, but they never stood a chance of finishing anywhere but last place.